Greetings everyone and welcome to Klagenfurt for the 2022 ELF Championship game. I'm Darren Kilfera, that's Sally Usise, the starting quarterback for Hamburg, trying to lead the Sea Devils to the promised land after Hamburg came one game short last year. Entirely different look to many aspects of this Sea Devils team, which lost in the championship game to Frankfurt last year, but that man there, Miguel Alessandro Book, was part of the team, and indeed the Hamburg defense that did so well last season. That is the main offensive threat for the Sea Devils. Glenn Tunga, 1,468 yards rushing to 21 touchdowns, 5.7 yards a carry. He is some player, led the league in rushing by some distance. And it might be this man's final ever professional football game today. Kasim Edebali, the German NFL sacks leader in history, had 8 sacks in 3 years with the New Orleans Saints. He's had a very good season this year as well. His second year lining up for the Sea Devils this season under Charles Yogi Jones, former Frankfurt Galaxy coach in the World League. Played college football at Pittsburgh University with Dan Marino when they were #1 back in the 1980s. There he is, getting the Sea Devils ready for this game. The final preparations in the locker room not too long ago. And they are going to be favored in this game, but not by much, against the Vienna Vikings in their home country today in Klagenfurt. The music playing in the Sea Devils locker room. They are ready to go. And Vienna, expect there to be probably a few more Austrian fans than German fans in the stadium here today. And the Vienna captain's about ready to take the field. Jackson Erdmann, their starting quarterback. See the coin toss on the field at the 28 Black Arena. Klagenfurt in the very southernmost part of Austria, very near the Slovenian border, not too far away from Italy either. But this is a team, a matchup of two predominantly German-speaking teams with the American imports as well. Jackson Erdmann in the #9 jersey. You see him just there, the blonde-haired, excellent starting quarterback for Vienna this season. The captains all shaking hands before our Polish referee, Krzysztof Valentinowicz, conducts the opening coin toss.
Gentlemen, congratulations and welcome in championship game. Next to me are Żejko Karajcza and also our man of honor for the coin toss, Landshauptmann of Kanten, Dr. Peter Kaiser. Vienna, you are designated visitor. This is heads, this is tails, heads and tails. What's your call? Tails is the call. Please toss the coin. It is heads. Hamburg defer to the second half. You will receive which side you want to kick to. All right. Vienna is receiving opening half kickoff. Gentlemen, play your best today.
I'm not sure that's how
Thank you, sir.
the coin toss is supposed to be conducted by our guests at field level, but everyone's happy with it. Vienna will get the ball first after Hamburg chooses to defer. We are not far away from the opening kickoff. Chris Kaleke, the head coach of the Vienna Vikings, he's got his boys ready to rumble. Vienna, the decisive 39-12 victory over the Barcelona Dragons in the playoffs last week, 2 weeks ago now. Hamburg, a defensive battle against the Raiders Tirol, the other Austrian team. Could have had an all-Austrian final here.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Hochspannung mit Run Football wünscht LEDVANCE. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Special teams units out on the field. It will be Eric Schlamm to get this game underway, kicking off for Hamburg. We will get to see Yogi Jones's outstanding defense up first. What we suspect will be a much lower scoring championship game than we had last season between Hamburg and the Frankfurt Galaxy. There is Chris Kaleke, director of football as well as head coach, his 13th year with Vienna. Coming across from the Austrian Football League for the first ever ELF season for Vienna. One game away from a perfect season in terms of the end result. Eric Schlamm approaches the ball, and we are underway. Championship game number 2 in the European League of Football. And it's Xavier Edwards bouncing near side, out past the 40, close to midfield. An excellent kickoff return for the Vikings to get this game underway. The Swiss Army knife of the Vienna Vikings, Xavier Edwards, plays cornerback, occasionally plays running back, and returns kicks like this. Set up Vienna with excellent field position at the 45-yard line. And Jackson Erdmann, 26 passing touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Has to be careful with ball security. But of course, hand the ball off and up the middle for the first run of this game. That is Anton Wagen, the two Wagen brothers, Anton number 5, Florian number 3. They should get the lion's share of the carries. Jordan Bua, Mike Bruler, Kimi Lenainma, the Finnish wide receiver, the three-man wideouts there with the tight end Adria Botella Moreno. A very good offensive line, capable of making lots of holes for the running backs here. As the jet sweep on the pitch, it's Bua, but he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Sea Devils excel in causing tackles for losses. And Bua, the Mission Viejo, California native, slowed down by Edabal. You see the Hamburg defensive lineup: Rogers, Matzi, Laporte, Nangui. Excellent talent across the front 7 of this team. The secondary, maybe a few gaps here and there. Louis Muller among those trying to keep Jackson Erdmann from passing successfully in this game. 3rd and 9 shotgun. Erdmann forced wide by this formidable pass rush, but lofting down the field. He's got a man. He's got a completion down to Mike Bruler. Bruler getting behind the Sea Devils defense. Huge gain to set up the Vikings deep inside the Hamburg red zone. Throwing against the grain, forced wide Bruler. The coverage wasn't there from Barry Marushka in the Hamburg secondary, and it's first and goal to go for Vienna. Play fake. Toss out of the backfield, incomplete. Actually, that's the tight end, Botella Moreno, the Spaniard who played last season for the Hamburg Sea Devils. Had 7 catches for 138 yards for Hamburg in the championship game loss to Frankfurt. As you see that excellent pass completion to the former Wesleyan University player in Middletown, Connecticut, Mike Brewer. Graduated in 2017. In motion goes Bua. Handoff up the middle and not much room there. Excellent penetration up front. Daniel Laporte in to stop Anton Wegan. 7 rushes for 50 yards in the playoff semifinal against Barcelona 2 weeks ago. But can the Sea Devils defense continue to stiffen? 3rd and goal, shotgun formation. In motion is Lineinma. He'll take the swing, but this could be a pass to the end of the touchdown! Botello Moreno, not from Erdmann, but from Kimi Lineinma. Trickeration for the Vikings to score the first points in the championship game. It's a backward pass, and Lineinma, a good throw with Muller in coverage. 6 touchdown catches in the regular season for Moreno, and now Dennis Tasic on for the extra point. This has not been the strong suit in the Vienna team this season, but that kick is up and just good. So the PAT tacked on. 7-0 Vienna. Tasic and Oscar Hertz both potentially able to kick field goals and extra points today, but you see the touchdown pass again. Adria Botello Moreno, who was an all-star last year in the ELF with Hamburg, playing against many of his former colleagues. And the Sea Devils defense bit just enough. Vienna, not a great team in the red zone, by the way, this season. Only 9th in the ELF in converting red zone chances to points. But they get the touchdown there. And now the kickoff. Short kick. It's taken by Lamar Jordan. He jukes, but no space to make a meaningful return. And the Sea Devils will begin the game. Their first offensive possession from their own 27-yard line. Hamburg averaging 35.3 points per game this season, helped by the 70 spot they had against Istanbul in Turkey back in week 6, I believe it was. And you see Cisse with Constant, Medin Terezo, Jordan II, the 3 main wide receiving threats with Tunga in the backfield. John Levi Cruz will occasionally play fullback as well as tight end. Cisse in the shotgun to pick off Hamburg's first offensive possession. The handoff is to Tunga. Small hole to try and squeeze through. He picks up 3. Tunga, who won the Polish title last season, Polish Football League with the Białystok Lowlanders. This is the defense he must face. Mala Hussard Gerner Schnurr, one of the great linebackers in Europe. Sudi, Pozarek, Horvat. There's Xavier Edwards, mentioned him on the kickoff return. Benjamin Straits, nose tackle, and also the punter for Vienna. Once again, the play fake this time to Tunga. Cisse keeps himself close to the first down line. Maybe just half a yard short. But that's what you can do when you have a player like Glenn Tunga in your offensive backfield. And Hamburg quickly to the line. Going tempo here. The quarterback sneak attempt. Did they get the first down yardage? I think probably. That seems to be a popular offensive trend around the football world at the moment. You get these short yardage situations on 3rd down, maybe even 4th down. You rush to the line, you execute the quarterback sneak. And Cisse picks up the first down of the game for the Sea Devils. Hamburg first in the ELF this season in net yards rushing, dead last in net yards passing, so that can tell you what we should expect to see in this game today. Cisse will throw, and that pass, you can see his accuracy often an issue. Looking for Jean-Claude Medin Cerezo, the Spanish wide receiver for Hamburg. Cisse this season, only 1,599 yards passing, only 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His normal backup, by the way, Moritz Mack, out of this game with a shoulder injury, so Johan Hoik is the reserve quarterback. Mack has seen a lot of action this year. Cisse hands off to Tunga, but no holes to squeeze through there. Excellent push by the Vienna front 7. And there is Thomas Schnur. Chris Kaleke, the Vikings head coach, said before the game that his key matchup in this contest is Tunga versus Schnur. He thinks Schnur is the best linebacker in the ELF. He said he played 8 years against him, watched him win 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards in the AFL in Austria. And the tackle for a loss sets up 3rd and 12. Cisse, play action to Tunga. Fires it deep down the field into double coverage and nearly caught by Jordan, but no. 2 defenders converging, including Xavier Edwards. And Hamburg will be forced to punt. Just a straight go route, post really from Jordan. Double coverage help from Nicholas Hussar. He and Edwards together, forcing 3rd down incompletion. Low snap for Schlam, who punts as well as place kicks. It's a decent effort, and that will go inside the 20 and just about stay there. Touched by Pascal Brinkers. I beg your pardon, Daniel Brown in kick coverage for Hamburg. So Vienna not the same starting field position for their second drive of the game. But they are sitting in the box seats with a 7-0 lead in the first quarter over the Hamburg Sea Devils. Look at this play again. Cisse has very good arm strength. And that was about as accurately as he could have thrown that pass. But you see Hussar stride for stride with Lamar Jordan II. Jordan, who played preseason football with the Atlanta Falcons back in 2018 of the National Football League in America. See Oscar Kranich on the sidelines for Vienna, back after surgery following week 12. He was a game-time decision for this contest today, the defensive tackle for Vienna. But the spotlight again on the Vienna offense. Erdmann, whose grandmother was born in Vienna, raised in Germany. He is American. He played last season in the fan-controlled football league, the indoor football competition in which fans could choose the plays that they wanted each team to call. Featured the likes of Johnny Manziel, Josh Gordon, Madre London, the star running back from last season's ELF. Not much of a rushing threat, Erdmann. He played 1 year at Penn State University in college, then transferred to the Division III school in Minnesota, St. John's College. And excelled at that level of football. Won the Gagliardi Trophy in 2018 as the best player in Division III NCAA football. 18 of 31 for 212 yards last week, or 2 weeks ago, against Barcelona in the semifinals. And back on the field again. Vienna, the ball at the 20-yard line exactly. Play action, the toss far side completed to Lineinma, who threw Vienna's touchdown. Lineinma, who won 6 Maple Bowls in the Finnish Football League with the Helsinki Roosters, so he's familiar with title game football. Good pursuit on the corner there from Marushka. Vienna, a much more balanced offense, mix of rushing and passing. Lineinma goes in motion and back the other way. Erdmann tries to roll out, but he is going to be swallowed up. The first sack of the game for Hamburg. They led the ELF with 43 regular season sacks. And Giovanni Nangui, he had 6 of them in the regular season. First pressure was from Daniel Laporte, but Nangui got to the quarterback. And the Frenchman, who played in the 2015 IFAF World Championship in Canton, Ohio, puts Vienna backwards to 3rd and 10. Erdmann to throw. If he's got time, and he does not! Another sack! And once again, it's Nangui. The 32-year-old who forced 3 fumbles on the season. Erdmann has to be careful with ball security there. But that is the Hamburg defense at their best. 2 sacks. And on to punt comes Benjamin Straight. Very good kick. And well, first tackle broken. A little bit of space opening up. That's some excellent work on the kick return. That is Justin Rogers. Average 15.2 yards per punt return this season. So easily could have been tackled by Hussar, the gunner in kick coverage, but he reversed course and made something out of what looked like absolutely nothing. Just past the halfway mark of the opening quarter of ELF Championship game number 2. In motion goes Jordan. 2 runners in the backfield. Handoff is to Tunga, trying to bounce outside, but he is tackled for another significant loss. Great work on the edge. Daniel Pazarek was over there. Was it Fabio Tartarazzi? Right there, coming up to make the tackle. Actually, it's Louis Horvat. Excellent work from the free safety coming up out of the secondary to force the 3-yard loss. Tunga's not finding any space in the early going. Cisse stepping up, barely back to the line of scrimmage. Sebastian Huber among those forcing Cisse to tuck and try to run. This is the sort of defensive struggle we expected after that first Vienna drive to extremely talented defense. The defenses in this game, the top 2 scoring defenses in the league. And 3rd and long for Cisse and Hamburg here, but before the play is allowed to begin, timeout taken by Yogi Jones and Hamburg.
Timeout, team timeout, Hamburg, the first timeout of the half. 30 seconds timeout.
Apart from Jackson Erdmann's 45-yard completion to Mike Brewer, the subsequent razzle-dazzle touchdown completed not by Erdmann but by Lineinma to Botella Moreno for the score. We have not seen much offense yet in this game. There is the touchdown, Lineinma. Good touch on the pass, had to be. to complete it to Adria Botella Moreno. Third down, the pass over the middle, complete for the first down. Cisse finding Gerald Ameln out of the backfield, the reserve running back who was part of the Frankfurt team that won the ELF championship game last season against Hamburg. Not picked up. Coming out of the backfield, the first down completion. Cleverly worked out of the timeout. You can see the hills just beyond the 28 Black Arena, the Wörthersee Stadion, as it has traditionally been called. Another tackle for a loss as Tunga failing to get outside left tackle there with any success at all. The stadium not far from the Wörthersee, just to the west of this arena, the longest lake in the Carinthia region of Austria. 16.5 kilometers long. See Blake Nelson, the oft-injured American in the Vienna defense. He played last week, had a big impact. Cisse completing on second down. Close to the 33-yard line of Vienna. That complete to Jordan II. Jordan, the former quarterback in college football with the New Mexico Lobos in NCAA Division I football. But transitioned to become a wide receiver after graduating. Learned a lot, he said, from the likes of Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley in his preseason in the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver room. 3rd and 4 coming up with 4 wideouts on the field for Hamburg. Play action. Cisse over the middle, a wide open touchdown! That is Jordan II. And the Sea Devils an extra point away from tying this game up. Hamburg turning to the air with Tunga not getting much love in the rushing game. A couple of key completions from Cisse and some busted coverage as well down the middle of the field. Schlamm, 48 of 54 in the regular season on extra points, one of the best kickers in this season's ELF. Hold was late and the kick is blocked. Now that's a potential factor in this game to watch out for. Benjamin Mao on the holding duties this week with Moritz Mack, the backup quarterback, out of action. Mack had been the holder all season for Hamburg. Snap is fine, but the hold is not from Mao. He'd been working with Schlamm all week and leading into the playoff game as well against Tirol for Hamburg. You see the touchdown again to Jordan. Had only 3 receiving touchdowns during the regular season. And Jordan, the bell being rung on the sideline. That's what Hamburg likes to do after they score any points. But the failure to convert the extra point, how large will that loom as the game goes on? Rogers did not catch a single pass against Tirol in the playoff game 2 weeks ago, but there he is getting on the scoreboard as the kick returned by Jordan Bua doesn't get out past the 25-yard line. See Tunga being used as a decoy. And where was the coverage on Lamar Jordan II? .351 left in the first quarter. Jackson Erdmann 2 of 3 for 52 yards in this game. starting an unusual formation. The two running backs very close to him as the whistle blows before the snap got off.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And coming out of a kickoff situation, that's very sloppy by the Vikings to not get the play off before the play clock expired. But Erdmann, his team with the 1-point lead. First and 15. Handoff up the middle. There is space there for Florian Weigand, his first carry of the afternoon. Florian, the older brother of Anton, the two Weigans, who had previously played with Mödling Rangers in the Austrian Football League. Both won the AFL title back in 2020. Play action to Anton, the pass near side to Lennonma. He did well to evade the first tackle attempt and get very close to the first down line to gain. Lennonma played in the German Football League with the Potsdam Royals last year, the Finn. And briefly played in the CFL with the Toronto Argonauts back in 2019. Member of the Finnish national team since 2013. Sets up 3rd and 2. Vienna 3 and out on their previous possession. Actually, much closer to 3rd and 1. Quick release there in time for the first down completion. That out to Felix Reisacher. His first catch for the former Danube Dragon, the other team in the AFL based in Vienna. As the Vienna Vikings continue to field the team in the AFL in addition to their top players being here in the ELF. Reisacher, who played a year of high school football in Wilbur, Nebraska, moves the sticks for Vienna. The quick pass on first down out to Jordan Bua. Lost the ball at the end of the play, but I think he'd stepped out of bounds first anyway. And that's one way to avoid the Hamburg pass rush. You get the ball out quickly. Both coaches prioritizing that with their quarterbacks in this game to run a bunch of quick passing routes when necessary. Another first down carry. Bua from the backfield. He picks up another first down, this time on the ground. Jordan Bua, the most valuable player of the Flag Football World Championship last year. Split time with the Milano Seamen in Italy and the Braunschweig New Yorker Lions in the GFL. Born in California, but is an Italian citizen, registered as a European player for ELF purposes. There's the handoff here up the middle. Good job gaining yards after the first contact by Florian Weigand again, as the clock ticks down toward the end of the opening quarter. See just enough of a hole there created by this offensive line. Matthew Daltrey, the center, the British national. Alexander Milanovic back from injury at offensive tackle. Niklas Johansson, the Swede. Lucas Holub, Toby Lettman. Nice play action here. Erdmann looking right. It's completed to Johannes Schutz. But that's going to be a negative play with 3 seconds left on the clock. 21-year-old Schutz. Safety valve is again Hamburg getting pressure up the middle. Clock back underway, and then the end of the first quarter has been reached. One touchdown apiece. Just the missed extra point separating Vienna and Hamburg. 7-6 for the Vikings after 15 minutes of action.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Catch dir smartes Licht für dein Zuhause. LEDvans.
One quarter in the books of ELF Championship game number 2. A big 3rd and 6 coming up for Vienna in Hamburg territory. Jackson Erdmann looking over the middle, complete, leaning forward, close to the first down marker, and then getting it for Vienna. That is Botella Moreno, showing impressive leg strength to keep pumping forward and eventually lean into the first down. Hamburg's defense bending a little bit here. Kevin Ford, recent invitee to the International NFL Combine for Hamburg, unable to stop Botella Moreno there as the handoff on first down. Short gain up the middle before swarming defensive work, in part from Kasim Edebali, stopping Anton Vagan for a pickup of maybe 2 yards. Edebali, the former Boston College All-ACC second-team player, as a senior. His father, American member of the military. His mother is Turkish. Again, rumors are this might be his last ever football game. The 33-year-old is on second down, a carry by the other Vagan brother, Florian, and barely any better than his brother's effort on first down. An effective tag team normally for the Vikings. But 3rd and 7 coming up for Vienna on offense here. Kicking game for the Vikings, not great all season, so be thinking about that on the play call on 3rd down. It's to the end zone, wide open down at the 3-yard line, just keeping his feet in bounds is Linnenma. Nobody spotted the fin along the far sideline. except Erdmann, who released a very good pass on the outside. Watch the feet. Yeah, both toes in. And Vienna sets up shop, first and goal.
Hamburg is challenging the ruling of the field of the completed catch. The play is under further review.
Well, I'm not sure what Yogi Jones thinks he's seen there. Both feet certainly seem to be in. One of the 2 challenge flags allowed during the game for Charles Yogi Jones. Send us to the replay machine. Roger Goodgroves, our replay official for this game, with Krzysztof Valentinovic, our head referee. Both feet look into me. Certainly doesn't seem to be anything conclusive I can see from that angle. Don't know if they were challenging whether he stepped out of bounds before coming back in. That, of course, is also reviewable.
Roger, can you confirm he did not step out of bounds prior to the catch? He didn't make himself in.
The referee is just asking exactly what I was pointing out, that they need to see the whole route if they can, whether Linan Ma stepped out first. If you step out of bounds and then come back into play without having been forced out, and then are the first player to touch the ball, then it should be a penalty. Got the short route on the outside that Mike Bruler ran. But I don't see any evidence to overturn the ruling of a catch on the field here. And I think just overheard he's going to say play stands, and it will be first and goal for Vienna.
After review, play stands as called on the field. It was completed catch. It will be first down on the 3-yard line. Hamburg is charged with taking second team timeout.
I don't know what intelligence Charles Yogi Jones got to make him think that that wasn't a completed catch. Certainly held it all the way to the ground, and so Hamburg down to just the 1 timeout left in this first half, and Vienna a real chance to extend their lead. Heading toward the purple and yellow painted end zone. Handoff is to Xavier Edwards up the middle. He gets down to the 1-yard line, but stopped short of the touchdown. Edwards had a 31-yard rushing touchdown to help break Barcelona's back 2 weeks ago. That time, the swarming Sea Devils defense gets across in time. Once again, a sort of pistol-like formation. Now back to a full shotgun for Erdmann. The handoff up the middle. And in for the touchdown. That is Xavier Edwards scoring again in the ELF playoffs 2022. Edwards only carried the ball 18 times in the regular season, but had 5 touchdowns. Had just the 2 carries 2 weeks ago, but also scored from distance. And there, getting the call ahead of the Vegan brothers and extending the lead with Tasic on to try the extra point. The snap is good. The kick is perfect. And for all of Vienna's kicking difficulties during the season, they are 2 for 2 on PATs here this afternoon. Xavier Edwards.
Love you, Mom. Love you. Love you, Mom.
Played at Midland University in Fremont, Nebraska, an NAIA school, very small college. Was an all-conference first-team player, both as a defensive back and as a kick returner. He's played overseas in France with Black Panthers Tonon and with the O2 Falcons in Ankara into the Turkish Football League. Last year with the New Yorker Lions in Germany. And a two-way threat, showing that again here as that kick does not reach the target line of the 20, so that'll be a penalty against Vienna.
Failure to reach kick target line by the kicking team. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
That's effectively just the same as if the ball had gone out of bounds. Oscar Hertz kicking off and not really getting the job done. So good field position for Hamburg. Trailing by just the one score with a possible two-point conversion. Just under 3 minutes gone in this second quarter. Cisse in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers and Tunga alongside him. Pass near side to Jordan, but he can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Swarming defense of Hussar, among others. Nicholas Hussar, the 21-year-old who made his national team debut for Austria last year, has been part of the Vienna Vikings youth program since 2014. Start them young in this very professional Vikings organization. Pitch to Tunga. Can he make something happen here? No, he cannot. Maybe a 1-yard pickup. Broke the initial contact of Benjamin Strait. But Tunga being held completely in check. 5 carries, minus 5 yards in this game for Glenn Tunga. Leading rusher in the ELF this past season by a distance. He and Jacques Crawford, the only 2 running backs to get over the 1,000-yard mark. And Tunga got nearly to the 1,500-yard mark, but it's 3rd and 10. Cisse steps up, being pursued. He's going to pick up a few yards, but nowhere near the first down line to gain. The Sea Devils offense is sputtering, and the Vienna Vikings defense has come to play today. Cisse being pursued in the first instance by Leon Baloch, 26-year-old linebacker who has attended a couple of NFL international combines. Now the punt, away by Schlamm. It's going to roll forward and work out very nicely for Hamburg all the way down to the 7-yard line. So an excellent kick by Eric Schlamm. But Vienna has the ball back and they are successfully bottling up Glenn Tunga and the Sea Devils offense for the most part. Cisse 3 for 5, 61 yards passing and a touchdown thus far. But they have not gotten the ground game going. Trying to play the field position game a little bit after that punt. First down handoff for Vienna and barely a yard or 2 up the middle there. Anton Wagen getting the call. Mixing things up well, Vienna, between the 2 Wagen brothers, Jordan Bua and Xavier Edwards, all with multiple carries on the ground in the game thus far. Not a lot of success. Jackson Erdman over 100 yards passing, 8 of 9 in the game for this drive. Good first contact absorbed dished out by Florian Wegen there, but just 2 yards in a cloud of dust, really, setting up 3rd and medium for the Vikings. A good atmosphere at the 28 Black Arena in Klagenfurt. Crowd very much anticipating which way this game will swing. Still very much in the balance. It's 3rd and 5. Airman over the middle, complete for the first down to Jordan Bua. Max Vessel with the tackle. Reserve safety into the game for the Sea Devils. See Vessel there. He played a couple of seasons with the Lübeck Cougars in the GFL. 3-time German Bowl winner with the New Yorker Lions back in 2013, 2014, and 2015. So much championship game experience across Europe in both lineups here today. It's a massive occasion in European American football as Airmen play action, and that ball surely hit the ground, but it's taken by Bua. He rumbles forward. That was very close to no catch, and remember, Yogi Jones has already used one of his 2 challenges in the game. Will he blow his 2nd challenge flag here? That's a close one. Might not risk it because was the evidence conclusive?
Hamburg is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed catch. The play is under further review.
He's going to take the risk as Jones. And this guarantees whether or not the challenge is successful, Hamburg will have no challenges for the remainder of this game, and that's quite a big decision in and of itself. You see the ball seems to be scraping the turf. Again, my first reaction was that the pass was incomplete. That certainly looks like it's touched the ground before Bua had full possession of the ball. But is it conclusive? I think this play is going to be overturned. They're asking to confirm the previous spot of the football.
Okay, thank you.
Get the confirmation from Krzysztof Valentinovic.
After review, the ball touched the ground during the process of the catch. It is incomplete pass. It will be 2nd down.
So that's a good challenge by Yogi Jones, but again, no further challenges available. It's very close. I think a little bit closer than I thought at first glance. But because it was such a big gain, yards after the catch for Bua, probably is a good decision to throw the challenge flag by Jones. Bua thinks he's been wronged.
Please put 7 minutes, 55 seconds on the game clock. 7 minutes, 55 seconds on the game clock. Thank you.
As the sun breaks through the clouds over Klagenfurt this afternoon. Shadows cast on the field. This lovely stadium, which hosted 3 matches in Euro 2008. Soccer variety of football. Group games involving Germany, Croatia, and Poland. But it's American football and the biggest game in Europe on turf right now. As Airman to pass, Airman to go down in the backfield. Evans Yeboah nearly got there, and then Tim Henny, the Swiss, forcing the sack. And all that misdirection comes to naught for the Vienna offense. Henny got there second, but got there most effectively in the end. It's had such a good season for the Sea Devils defense. 6.5 sacks, 14.5 tackles for loss on the year. Had a safety against the Rhine Fire back in week 6. It's 3rd and 18. A handoff up the middle for Bua. Not basically waving the white flag on 3rd and super long, so Vienna will punt. And the Hamburg defense stiffens. Helped by the successful challenge by their head coach, Charles Yogi Jones. There's Jones there. Very briefly, a Dallas Cowboy in the NFL as a player. As the punt team out straight to kick. Not a much shorter kick. And a good bounce favoring Vienna. Here, Jean Constant, the punt returner who has not caught a catch yet in this game, the chief receiving threat on paper, at least for Hamburg, waving off his return team colleagues to make sure that they didn't accidentally touch the ball first and set up a possible Vienna recovery. So Hamburg, after punting, they do get the ball back in quite decent field position. Love to have a sustained drive here to run down most of this first half clock. Get back close to the Vikings on the scoreboard, but once again, Glenn Tunga swarmed under. Vikings not giving an inch to the British 27-year-old Glenn Tunga. Bauach into the backfield, the first contact, but had plenty of support. Schnurrer will get credit for the tackle. Second down. That is actually Jordan the second receiving the shotgun snap. It's not Cisse, so Hamburg looking wherever they can for offense here. So we've got some advanced stats here in the 28 Black Arena today. The top speed of the likes of Rogers and Bua. They are fleet of foot. The problem, though, for the Hamburg offense is trying to get enough players available to be freed up to get at full speed rushing. It's Jordan again in the shotgun. Oh, Jordan the second. Thinking about throwing still. Being chased hither and yon, and then pulls forward close to the first down marker, but I think he's about a yard short. So this is a real development. Is there an injury to Saliu Cisse? As we mentioned at the start of the broadcast, their normal backup quarterback, Moritz Mack, is out of this game with a shoulder injury. The backup quarterback, Johan Hoik, 20 years of age. See the punting team out onto the field. Hamburg not risking the fourth down conversion with their offense fluttering. And the fair catch taken eventually, not very elegantly, by Xavier Edwards. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the first half of ELF Championship game number 2. And the defensive struggle we anticipated has in many senses come to pass. Hamburg, if that is an injury to Cisse, they could be well and truly snookered for the rest of the afternoon on offense. See the tight bunch formation for Vienna, and out of it, a nice play design, the completion to Linneinma for 9 yards from Jackson Erdmann. Three wide receivers to the right. They all go in different directions. Very difficult for the defense to anticipate which way Linneinma was going to go. He split outside. Second and 1. The handoff up the middle, bouncing outside, but going laterally and just about picking up the first down is Anton Wegen. Clock will momentarily stop before resuming with 3:26 left. There it goes now with the 2-minute mark after the 2-minute warning in the first half. Anytime you step out of bounds, the clock will remain stopped until the ball is snapped back into play. But plenty of time for Vienna with all 3 of their first half timeouts remaining to methodically march the ball down the field here. From their own 26, first down handoff. Just another short gain. Edebali involved in the tackle of Anton Wegen. Some worried faces for Hamburg on the field. Edebali. Has seen it all, Kassim Edebali. He's seen his team come out on the wrong end of a ELF championship game scoreline as Erdmann, the check down on second down, results in a first down to Wegen. Anton, that is. Tackled by Vessel. But good improvisation by the quarterback, Jackson Erdmann. Rolling right, short completion, good run after the catch. And the clock got back underway and ticked down to the 2-minute warning. So Vienna looking for some late first half points. They lead Hamburg 14-6 as we hit the first half 2-minute warning.
Weiter geht's mit LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Intensiv geht's weiter mit Gio Tortillas.
Weiter geht's mit LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Intensiv geht's weiter mit Gio Tortillas.
The Vienna Vikings in possession of the football with 2 minutes left in the first half of European League of Football. Championship game number 2 here in 2022. Hamburg defense. Kendrell Ellison, their defensive coordinator, trying to get a stop here on 3rd and short. Did not pick up the first down on the previous play. And Vienna trying to increase their 8-point first half advantage. Need to pick up the first down here though. Handoff up the middle, and they do get the first down. And a fair amount more. Good push up the middle by that Vikings offensive line. Bottom of the pile, Rotella Moreno. Clock continues to tick. And this is an interesting decision point for Chris Koleke. Hamburg has only 1 timeout remaining. They could just play very conservatively here at the end of the half. Seems to be where Vienna's going. They're in no rush to get up to the line of scrimmage here. Erdmann now receives the shotgun snap. There's a man right at the first down marker, and that is complete to Lineinma, the offensive star of the show, really, for Vienna in the first half. With the passing touchdown as well as a number of key receptions. That time getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Ruled short of the line to gain. But now maybe they will open up the playbook a little bit offensively, the Vikings. Fagan being told to adjust his position, and now I think Erdmann in danger of not getting the play off in time, so the timeout now taken with the clock stopped. And again, that is sloppy execution, uncharacteristically so for the Vienna offense. Chris Koleke nodding his head towards his quarterback. Not sure where the miscommunication responsibility lies there, but Koleke trying to keep his quarterback confident. Wasting a timeout again when the clock was already stopped, and you've got only 68 seconds left in the half. Seems a little bit careless. Quite a decent crowd at the 28 Black Arena for this championship game. Very long way to travel for Hamburg's players and fans as the handoff on 2nd down up the middle. First down picked up by Anton Wegen. And will Vienna rush to the line inside the final minute now of this second quarter? Clock continues to tick. Vienna still with the 2 timeouts in the bank. 37 seconds left when the ball is snapped. Back-footed heave has a receiver open. It's Bua, and he makes the catch down to the Hamburg 23. And Vienna will take its 2nd timeout of the half. Erdmann under pressure, but finds Bua for the big gain.
30 seconds timeout.
Seemed to be decent coverage by Daniel Brown Jr., but Bua always had leverage, had the position to go up and make a play on the football. He high points it well. And Vienna very much in field goal range. Daniel Brown Jr., the former University of Nevada Wolfpack player in NCAA college football. Had a brief spell with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in CFL last year. But beaten down the field on that play. There he is, Brown Jr. Hamburg needs a defensive play or two here with 27 seconds remaining in the first half. Four wide receivers into the game for Vienna. Maybe a trick play here. Brewer thought about throwing, instead goes down the sideline and out of bounds. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's the Hamburg motto on that play. Not going to let another wide receiver throw the ball down the field against them. But Brewer picks up some yardage, gets out of bounds. The play designed to be along the sideline so the clock could be stopped quickly. Should technically go down as a rushing play, actually, with the ball lateraled across. 20 seconds as Erdmann in trouble. Throws the ball away in the direction of Jordan Bua. Down to 14 seconds left. There's a penalty flag on the field. We've seen very few of them in this game.
Holding number 66, offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
And that could be a massive penalty with regard to a potential field goal attempt here. Nicholas Johansson, 31-year-old Swede, called for holding against Edebali there, I think. Yeah, the hold on the backside of the play. It would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt from here. Erdmann throws underneath, and they'll pick up some good yardage. Complete to Anton Wagen. Clock stop with 7 seconds left.
Timeout.
Vienna takes the timeout. They might have let it run a few more seconds down, unless they intend to try and get one more play off before a potential field goal attempt, which would be very risky.
Please reset the game clock to 8 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 8 seconds. Thank you.
Maybe a little bit more palatable, that risk, with 8 seconds on the clock. That was always designed as a yardage gainer, not a big play looking for a touchdown. That was the big heave down the field by Erdmann to Bua a few plays ago. And the field goal team is out, with Tasic trying to put Vienna in front by 11 points. Not going to risk one more play. And this is very manageable for Tasic. 36-yard kick is up. Hooking, but good. Tasic getting his shoe shined by Thomas Schnurrer out on the special teams unit, and Vienna does extend their advantage to 17 points to 6 right on the stroke of halftime.
Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds. Please reset the game clock to 4 seconds. Thank you.
So Denis Tasic, 1 of 3 on field goal attempts during the season. One of 3 different kickers used by Vienna this year. Oscar Hertz has been taking kickoffs for them. Sebastian Daum, it was, who started the year as Vienna's place kicker. It's the kickoff. That lands short of the 20 again, so Hamburg will get the ball at the 40.
Failure to reach kick target line by the kicking team. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
So maybe Hamburg can try and heave the ball to the end zone. Who's going to be in at their quarterback position? Is it Cisse? Looks like Salou Cisse is ready to take to the field. So that at least a positive development for Hamburg if there was any injury worry. Looks like they're going to send everyone down the field. They get the playoff just in time. So they go short. And that's not going to get the job done. It's a nice gain on the stat sheet for Jordan and the Hamburg offense. But it brings this first half to a close. Very good first half of the ELF Championship game for the Vienna Vikings. Halfway home, Vienna leads Hamburg by 17 points to 6.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Catch dir smartes Licht für dein Zuhause. LEDvans.
You want it, you got it. Go and get the exclusive European League of Football app now.
We're underway!
Get the latest news from your favorite teams.
What a phenomenal team!
Find all scores and stats.
Look at this. This was a thing of beauty.
And watch all games live.
Oh my goodness!
Get your exclusive European League of Football app now.
real game. That's why we stand on this field all together and hold on to our faith. Listen, brother, lighten up your flame. Let's give our best for the team and this season's fame.
So, ich übergebe jetzt das Mikrofon an meine reizende Kollegin Jennifer Becks und an Patrick Isumen.
So, dann wollen wir mal.
Championship game number 2, Patrick. How's today? How excited are you about this whole event?
I'm really excited. We've seen a good game. We got a nice packed stadium. The best thing so far for me was seeing the young kids from the Eagles, the local team, come out here and you guys cheering it up. Thank you very much for supporting the youth football too, because they are the future of our game.
Yes, they are. Like Patrick just said, thank you so much for coming. What do you think about today's game? The Sea Devils are a bit under pressure.
Yes, I mean, I did say prior to the game that Vienna is the favorite, but we have 2 more quarters to play. It's American football. It's a 2-score game, and we all know how the European League of Football works. Games are decided within the last 2 minutes.
Exactly, and we saw so many incredible games this season. And let's wait for the outcome. We don't know who is going to be the champion this year. It's definitely going to be interesting in the second half, and the Sea Devils will fight back. No doubt about that. Patrick, thank you. I will see you after the game when we do know who the second champion of the ELF is. And right now it is time to present 3 of our 6 new teams. So I am kindly asking the general manager from the Munich Ravens out on the field here with me, Sebastian Scholz. There he is. Waiting for the microphone. A big applause for our new franchise from Munich.
Servus Klagenfurt!
Sebastian, welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think about today's game?
I like it. It's an intense game. Vienna looks pretty good so far, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be exciting second half.
But it has to be, no doubt. And when thinking about 2023, how excited are you?
Extremely excited. I mean, the league is growing so fast. 6 new teams. You already have your favorite team, as I see in your outfit. Munich Ravens!
And then the Munich Ravens fans in the house. Did you bring some fans with you?
I'm sure there's some fans here. Anyone from Munich here?
That sounds promising. So when, thinking about 2023, what are your plans for the upcoming weeks? How do you prepare now?
Obviously looking for a stadium, practice facility, personnel questions. We're gonna announce our tryout tomorrow and gonna have a very interesting personnel decision down the road this week. So exciting times.
This week or today? Is there any news you want to drop?
No, rather not. Let's wait till Wednesday.
Okay, let's wait until Wednesday. Well, we can't wait for 2023. Thank you so much for being here today. It is a pleasure to have you in this league, so thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
A big applause for the Munich Ravens. And now, everybody wanted Paris to join the European League of Football, and it happened. So I am happily presenting Francie Dorlin from the Paris football team. A big applause for Paris.
Ici c'est!
Guys, everybody wanted France and Paris to join, and it did happen. Why now?
Because that's the right time. We've been working on that project for a long time. And right now we got the opportunity to come in the league, to participate, and to help the league grow and our franchise grow.
And there are a lot of fantastic athletes from France, and especially some really good football players. And we do have some great French players in this league already. Are you making some signings today?
Today's a great game. Are the fans happy to be here today? No? Yes? Yes, I think Paris is a great city with a lot of great talent, and I hope the fans are ready for Paris to come into the ELF next year. Are the fans happy about Paris? Yes, we have a lot of great talent, and we hope that we can bring the talent home so that they can have a place, a structure where they can develop.
What can the fans expect at your game days, at your home games? Is there anything you planned?
We plan to have more than just a game. We plan to have a show. And that's why we invite everybody, every fan from the whole league to come to visit us and be sure that we host you the right way.
Well, we can't wait. It is a pleasure to have you, and well, enjoy the rest of the game. Who do you think is going to win?
I'm not going to get involved in that. All I'm going to say is, ici c'est Paris!
A big applause for our Paris football team. Waiting for the name. Well, and now please clap your hands for the Prague Lions, represented by their head coach, Zach Harrell. There he's coming. Oh, are there no Prague fans in the stadium today? Zach, welcome to Klagenfurt. Welcome to the European League of Football.
Thank you.
Again, same question. How much are you looking forward to 2023?
We can't wait. We can't wait. I'm sitting up there and I'm full of excitement, and at the same time I'm like looking around what we get ourselves into. This is some big work. Let's go.
How did your fans react when you dropped the news that you are actually joining the league next year?
Our fans loved it. There was, of course, some people that didn't love it, but that's going to happen. So it was really fun to see the support for us, and I'm excited to see what happens in the future.
And what kind of impact will you have in your first year in the ELF? What do you think?
I think we can make some noise. If we get the good Czech players that are abroad to come home, we get a few key pickups and the right Americans and the right EUs, we can make some noise. I'm really excited to see what we can do on the field.
Well, and now I think it's time for the fans in the stadium again to make some noise, because the Hamburg Sea Devils and the Vienna Vikings are coming back. It is time to start into the second half. So thank you very much. Thanks again, everybody, for being here, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Weiter geht's mit LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Intensiv geht's weiter mit Gio Tortillas.
Back at the 22 Black Arena just before the start of the second half of ELF Championship game number 2. You see the stats of Jackson Erdmann. But the real story of this game, the Vienna Vikings defense, Hamburg with only 3 first downs in that first half. You see the impact figures, the advanced stats being involved in this championship game. Saliou Cisse not getting the job done offensively for Hamburg. 4 of 6 for 60 yards. He has 1 touchdown toss. That's to Lamar Jordan the second. As the second half begins with the 3rd failure by Oscar Hertz to reach the target kicking line.
Target line by the kicking team. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line. First down.
So Hamburg with good field position. They get the ball to start the second half, trailing by 11 points. And with Glenn Tunga, their star running back, 6 carries for -5 yards in that first half. 216 yards of total offense for Vienna, 75 for Hamburg. Can they make the necessary halftime adjustments? Cisse on first down, completed catch, picking up about 6 on the far side of the field. That is Benjamin Mao, his first catch of the game. The holder, remember, on the kicks for Eric Schwam in this game. It was his messed up snap reception that led to Hamburg missing their extra point following the touchdown that had been completed to Jordan. Glenn Tunga gets the call again. This time he gashes up the middle. All the way to the 40-yard line of the Vienna Vikings. By far the biggest offensive impact in this game for Glenn Tunga. Good cut to avoid the initial contact, to gain a few extra yards. Tackle eventually made by Louis Horvat. But they pick up a first down on the ground to the Sea Devils. As Cisse to pass on first down complete. Mao again, picking up 8. And Benjamin Mao, who had only 6 touchdown catches, or 6 catches at all during the regular season and nothing in the playoff semifinal against the Raiders. And 2 catches in quick succession. He did have 1 catch in the championship game last year for 11 yards. Cisse again in a shotgun, and he rolls left. Looks like a hold not called on the interior, but the referees have been quite lax about calling holding penalties in this game overall. As long as they're being consistent for both teams, that's okay. Cisse, his 4th rushing attempt of the game. See Jean Constant in the Hamburg huddle. He has not touched the ball yet today. 66 catches for nearly 1,000 yards on the season. Did not pick up the first down there. It's 3rd and 1. Constant in motion. Handoff. No, it's faked, and Constant on the outside. What a tackle that is! Stopping Constant short of the line to gain. It's Xavier Edwards. He is everywhere in this game for Vienna right now. 4th down, trying to get the first down on a quick sneak, and I think from the initial indication that Cisse has gotten first down yardage. Happened very quickly by design for the Sea Devils. And you get the normal situation where both teams are claiming the result of the play in their favor, but it is a first down for Hamburg. Big call and a massively important pickup for the Sea Devils there. Trying to start this second half just as Vienna started the first half with a touchdown drive. See Jordan flanked out to the right. The handoff is to Tunga up the middle. He's got a little bit of space. He squeezes forward, picking up about 7. Chris Kaleke, the Vienna head coach, talked about how slippery and powerful Tunga is, and how he always seems to fall forward after he gets beyond the line of scrimmage. Very much the case there, but the better blocking scheme for Hamburg, creating the hole for Tunga to find. 5-yard pickup, they say officially. High snap with the handoff. Tunga again. Stood up very well. In the middle of the Vienna defense, Blake Nelson, he's fired up. Nelson, the American, who has been on IR several times this season. Watch him make the initial hit right there up the middle. And it will be 3rd down and short for Hamburg once again. Well within Eric Schlamm's field goal range. A lot more than that. Cisse. Again to Tunga. He stopped. Barely a yard. That was more like the Tunga we saw in the first half. And what is the decision here for the Hamburg offense? Worries maybe about Benjamin Mau's holding ability for a potential field goal attempt. So it looks like Hamburg will go for the first down here on 4th and 2. Tunga gets the call, he gets the first down, he gets to the second level and beyond. Big pickup for Tunga, 1st and goal for Hamburg. Glenn Tunga making plays for the Sea Devils offense. Just spotted the hole. Broke 1 tackle. Getting down to the 6-yard line. And it will be Tunga again on 1st down. That's a short pickup. The penetration by Alexander Vitalovic to make the tackle for Vienna. Tunga in this one drive, very close to the total number of carries he got in the entire first half. And offensive coordinator Philip Schultz may just keep calling Tunga's number again. Tunga hit in the backfield, barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Schnurrer and Horvath together. Now what do? Go back to the Tunga well once more, or put the ball in Cisse's hands, try and make a play? 2 running backs, just the 2 wide receivers. Cisse, play action, leaking out of the backfield, not a good throw. Oh, the play was there to be made to Jeremy Sarfo. Usually a linebacker for Hamburg, but does occasionally come in as a fullback. Good play design. The throw, though, was high and into the sun as well. Tough for Sarfo maybe to pick it up. If that pass was on target, that should have been a Hamburg touchdown, and instead Schlamm will now come on for the field goal attempt to make it a 1-possession game. Watch Mau receiving the snap, gets it down okay, and that kick is good. So 8 points the difference after number 8 splits the sticks. Very impressive offensive sequence for Hamburg to start the second half, but it does not lead to 7. It only leads to the 3-point field goal. Hamburg first in the ELF in red zone conversions on the season, but less successful in gaining touchdowns on those scores. 39 times out of 43 trips into the red zone, Hamburg put points on the board during the regular season, but 10 of those times led to field goals, and that's what's happened again here. But it was a much better showing by Hamburg on that drive than on all but one of their first half possessions. And Schlom kicks off. Here is Edwards. Xavier Edwards finding a seam. He gets out close to the 40. I say he's been everywhere in this game, Edwards. Defensive plays. The rushing touchdown for Vienna. And a couple of very nice kickoff returns as well. Good starting spots for Jackson Erdmann and the Vienna offense here in this third quarter. See Hamburg ate up nearly 7 minutes on the clock to start this half on that drive. And a tackle for a loss. Hamburg getting penetration to stop her up. Florian Wagen on the first offensive play for Vienna here in the second half. Talent up and down the Hamburg front seven. Try and make Erdmann beat them through the air. Delayed handoff though, and another bruising head on Florian Wagen. You see Daniel Laporte, an ELF All-Star last year. Less impactful this season for Hamburg, but still an excellent member of the Sea Devils linebacking core. It's 3rd and 9. 4 wide receivers split out for Erdmann. He will look to throw. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man down there. The catch is made by Lineinma. Went down hard, but that is some completion by Erdmann to his Finnish wide receiver. 6th catch of the game for Lineinma. Got behind the Hamburg secondary. It was still good coverage by Louis Muller, but the throw was absolutely pinpoint precise from Erdmann. Lineinma with the arm clearly underneath the football. Vienna into the red zone again. Pass swung out to Bua, very similar to the catch along the deck. It was overturned on replay in the second quarter. This for a much shorter gain. So Jackson Erdmann, 168 yards passing, 14 of 16 in the first half, and then add to that this bomb to Lineinma. Very well placed to reestablish their 2-score advantage. Play action, slant over the middle. The catch is made, 1st and goal. Completed to Breuler. The dual USA and Polish citizen, Mike Breuler, caught a 23-yard touchdown pass against Barcelona in the semifinal playoff game. You see the long throw to Lineinma again. It's 1st and goal, basically at the 1-yard line. After that, slant completed to Breuler. And can the Vikings punch it in? Short yardage formation, and the referee's gonna blow the whistles here.
12 players in formation on defense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Good spot by the officiating crew. I think Vienna would have just as soon gotten the play off and then decided whether to take it. The penalty or the play, depending on which result was better for them. They say football is a game of inches. Well, not many inches away from another Vienna touchdown. Handoff to the deep man. It's Florian Wegen in for the score. The Vikings increase their advantage in Klagenfurt. The big defensive tackle, Florian Sudi, lined up in front of Wegen, number 75 there. And he got the seal on the outside to create the final hole for Wegen to sneak through. And Florian Wegen makes it a 2-touchdown game, and now the all-important extra point for Tasic. Snap is good, the kick. It's once again perfect for Tasic. Hamburg, the long drive down the field, ending in only 3 points. Vienna coming back the other way and scoring 7. The coup de grace from Florian Wegen. He had a pair of 1-yard touchdown runs against Barcelona in the playoff game in the Austrian capital 2 weeks ago.
Timeout, TV timeout.
And he repeats that feat, and he'll be glad not to have to come straight back onto the field. A little dizzy spell in his immediate future. Jackson Erdmann now 17 of 19 for 227 yards passing. The one passing touchdown for Vienna in the game, of course, thrown by Kimi Lineinma, who now has 6 catches for 103 yards, including that 48-yard bomb to set Vienna up in the Hamburg red zone. More worried looks on the Hamburg sideline. That's the backup quarterback, Johann Hoik. He's got his helmet on. Saliu Cisse seemed fine in that first offensive possession of the second half for the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils lost in last year's championship game to the Frankfurt Galaxy in heartbreaking circumstances. Philip Friis Anderson, their kicker last year, falling just short from 62 yards at the final buzzer, with Frankfurt winning that game 32 points to 30. Not a much more offensive contest than this one has been for the most part, but Vienna is getting points on the board against this Hamburg Sea Devils defense, which have been giving up only 13 points per game during the regular season. A return attempt is possible for Jordan. He gets up the middle. Jordan still on his feet. Lamar Jordan down the sideline, bumped out of bounds close to the Vienna 35-yard line. Maybe Vienna had it right when they weren't getting their kickoffs to the 20-yard line. There is a flag down on the play, however. Some of this might be coming back.
There were foul by both teams. Personal foul, blindside block, number 20 by the kicking team. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 37 of the Vienna. Penalties offset. First down, Hamburg.
Penalties offset, but Hamburg gets to keep the yardage gained on that return, so that's quite a big break for Hamburg. Usually, or often, you would replay the kick in a situation like that, but net result is that Hamburg starts this drive in plus territory at the Vienna 37. Shotgun formation for Saliu Cisse. Play action to Tunga, the quick pass to Constant. He can try to make a play for the first time in this game, and he does, inside the Vienna 20. He's been well covered in this game, Constant. His first and only catch before that went for negative yardage, but this time he picks up 18. Good yards after the catch, the pursuit down the field by Blake Nelson for the tackle. So Hamburg looking to strike back. Cisse play action again. Sets up Kruse on the dump off. And he picks up the first down just about. So John Levi Kruse, the occasional tight end, occasional fullback for Hamburg. German who went to high school in Mount Rainier, Maryland. Played football there. And it is goal to go for the Sea Devils on offense. Again the fake to Tunga. Cisse to the end zone. Has a man, but just wide. Back of the end zone, Jean-Claude Madin Cerezo. He was there. Pass was just a bit wide of the mark. Cisse, who works with the quarterback guru John Shoup for 6 weeks this season, the former offensive coordinator of the Purdue Boilermakers in NCAA football. He's had some professional experience as well, trying to mold the young Cisse into a talented passer. Second down. Pass is complete to Mao, but only for a couple of yards, as this time Tunga serving as the decoy. But Cisse not able to make any plays with his arm just yet. Nelson not fooled by the fake pitch to Tunga, and an excellent open field tackle by Horvat. One of the leading tacklers on Vienna during the regular season. Third and goal now for Hamburg. Pitch is to Tunga, but he's got no room to roam. Nelson with the initial contact. And the Vikings defense stiffens in the red zone. Just a great defensive play by Blake Nelson. He played NCAA Division II college football in Colorado. And he forces Hamburg into a field goal attempt for Schlamm. Now the holds. Kick is good. Second field goal of the game for Eric Schlamm, and the deficit trimmed to 12 points. But once again, Hamburg gets most of the way down the field, but they cannot punch it in for the touchdown. And And it's that man, Kendrell Ellison, defensive coordinator for Hamburg, who has to come up with a new game plan. See the touchdown for Florian Wegan. And it's the Purple Man group on the sidelines at the 28 Black Arena. Vikings fans expectant after all of their AFL successes and Euro Bowl crowns to win their first ELF title on Austrian soil as Schlamm's kickoff. That is into the end zone for a touchback. Much the stronger leg of the kickers in this game for Schlamm. And with less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter, Vienna the 12-point lead and the football again. Jackson Erdmann having himself a day. It's a minor touchback starting at the 20. The jet sweep here to Brewer. Just a short gain on the perimeter. Good contained defense there by the Sea Devils. But the Hamburg defense has not made the big plays, apart from one or two drives in the first half when they succeeded in getting to Jackson Erdmann defensively for a couple of sacks. And now a penalty flag before the 2nd and 7 play can get off.
False start, number 17, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Jackson Erdmann has been sacked 3 times in total in this game. But he has made very good decisions in addition to throwing some excellent footballs when he's had the chance to pass. Play action on 2nd down. Now he steps up, and that's maybe a lateral to Bua. He's nowhere near the line of scrimmage. Might have been better off throwing that ball away, Erdmann. That is the kind of defensive play Hamburg needs to make many more of. Bring them back into contention. Third and 16. 4 wide receivers for Erdmann here. Pass rush is good. Erdmann throwing the ball away, and that could be picked off, and is! What a catch by Daniel Laporte! And that is the momentum changer Hamburg has been looking for. Just as I was praising the decision-making of Erdmann, he does that. That was a hospital pass, and Laporte got underneath it, caught it over his shoulder brilliantly. The initial pass rush by Ambroise Mati, supported by Kezi Medabali, and somehow Laporte gets his arms under the football and makes an amazing defensive play. The first interception of Laporte's ELF career. And on 1st down, the pass looking for Jordan from Cisse over the middle, just incomplete. Benjamin straight there in coverage for the Vikings. Look at the mistake again. That could have been a safety. Erdmann maybe trying to throw the ball away and just didn't get enough purchase on it. But Hamburg very much back in this football game if we can punch the ball into the end zone here. Play clock down to 3. Cisse gets it off in time. Rolling right, but Bala pressuring. A short throw and incomplete. Leon Bala, the Austrian linebacker, the 2 number 1s on the field, in terms of their jersey numbers anyway, locking horns. Philip Schultz calling the plays for Hamburg. 9 on the play clock as Cisse trying to make something happen on 3rd and 10. Gotta hurry. Near side. Nothing really there for Tunga. And what a job by Vienna's defense. That was not a good pitch, by the way, from Cisse. Tunga had to gather it in instead of turning straight upfield, and so it'll have to be another field goal attempt at the start of the 4th quarter. The clock ticks down. 15 minutes left in ELF Championship game number 2. 24-12, the Vienna Vikings leading the Hamburg Sea Devils.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Catch dir smartes Licht für dein Zuhause. LEDvans. Weiter geht's mit LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Intensiv geht's weiter mit Gio Tortillas.
The 12-1 Hamburg Sea Devils, the 11-2 Vienna Vikings, locking horns here in ELF Championship game number 2. Vienna losers only to Frankfurt on the 14th of August, 42 points to 8. And then a meaningless regular season finale to the Wroclaw Panthers, 42-6. And Hamburg has not lost since the 12th of June at home to Barcelona back in week 2. And had to go to overtime against Wroclaw and Istanbul along the way, but they are not familiar with being behind in a game this late on in this ELF season. 32-yard field goal attempt coming up for Eric Schlamm. 2 for 2 on field goal attempts today. Trying to make it a 9-point game. And that kick is no good. He missed it. There is a flag on the play. So hold everything.
Offside. Defense number 7. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Not enough for the first down, but it will give a second lease on life for Schlamm. And it's actually Edwards, of all people, who's made so many good plays in this game for Vienna. Just wondered if Hamburg might be tempted to go for it now on 4th and shorter. Apparently not. So this kick now from 27 yards away. Good hold. And that kick is right down the middle. So that could be a huge 3 points when all is said and done in Klagenfurt this afternoon. Schlamm had his one extra point attempt blocked. But now 3 for 3 after a 4 for 4 field goal day last week, or 2 weeks ago in the semifinals of the playoffs against the Tyrol Raiders. See the interception again that Erdmann presumably tried to throw away. But the first turnover for either team in the game leads to another 3 points for Hamburg. Trying to scratch and claw their way back into contention. And Schlamm back out onto the field for the kickoff. Edwards, who made the mistake, the offside penalty leading to the second chance for Schlamm. Schlamm doesn't quite have the leg of his predecessor with the Sea Devils, Philip Friis Andersen, the Dane, who had briefly been with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFL. This kick fielded by Edwards at the 5. He's got space down the sideline. Edwards still going and out of bounds inside the 40 of the Sea Devils. Question of whether there was a hold in that return. Watch right there. Yeah, it's close. And Edwards getting around Schlamm and making something happen again in this game in all 3 phases for Vienna. Offense, defense, and special teams. 2 running backs in formation. Both Vagan brothers in, and the carry is by Anton, but he's crunched at the line of scrimmage. Bounces forward for maybe a yard, yard and a half. Vienna, despite their success in the running game, were only 9th in time of possession in the ELF this year. And that's just what they need right now, is a long clock-eating drive. Of course, they start this drive in Hamburg's half of the field as that pass batted down. That's an incomplete pass, but it was Miguel Alessandro Book coming right up the middle. Erdmann nowhere to throw that ball. He was about to be eaten alive by Book. So 3rd and 9. This could be 4-down territory for Vienna potentially. So Erdmann under pressure again. Double pumps, and that play broken up well. He intended for Marvin Amanko, I beg your pardon, for Adria Botella Moreno. Breaking over the middle, but the hand in from Book, who's having himself a series. Pass breakup following the knockdown. And the Vienna offense staying on the field. 4th and 9, and now 3 seconds left on the play clock. A timeout will be called by Vienna. Chris Kaleke maybe wants to talk this one over.
Timeout, team timeout, Vienna. First timeout of the half, 30 seconds timeout.
This is the sort of gray zone on the field. 4th and 9 inside the Hamburg 40-yard line. You're not going to gain too much by punting unless you get a good coffin corner kick. You're not in field goal range given the kickers you have at your disposal. Very intriguing inflection point of this game right here. Vienna looking to salt this lead away. Hamburg trying to get the ball back. Erdmann in the shotgun, 4th and 9. Big pressure up the middle. Receivers open for the first down, and once again, it is Kimi Linnanma. Seventh catch of the game for number 17. Great route to the sideline away from Louis Müller. Müller, who missed the championship game last year through injury for Hamburg. And he's just back from another injury at the start of the playoffs. Big first down conversion. A handoff short up the middle to Florian Wegen. Vienna was 10 for 18 on 4th down conversions during the regular season. And 1 for 1 last week against Barcelona as well. But none of those conversions surely bigger than the 9 yards they had to pick up there, and they got a lot more than that. 2nd and 9 here. Number 9, the pass out to Bua. Got a tunnel forward. The ball's on the deck. Has Hamburg recovered? No. Bua got on the ball himself. Wow. Bua not holding the ball close to his chest. It was there to be recovered, but Bua, great awareness. Vienna has had poor fumble luck all season. Defensively, they forced 20 fumbles in the regular season and only recovered 8 of them. But here, getting on the ball, hugely important play by Bua after the ball was knocked free. Book was there on the hit. I think Daniel Brown Jr., it might have been who actually made the crucial contact. See the injured player down on the field ahead of another hugely important 3rd down play coming up. Hamburg desperate to get the stop and force no more than the Vienna field goal attempt. That would keep it at a 2-score game. Book heading to the sideline. He will be missed on 3rd and 6 here. .22 left in ELF championship game number 2, and they may have too many men on the field, Hamburg. Handoff up the middle, be short of the first down marker. I saw the Hamburg player racing to get off before the snap. But I don't see a flag on the field. Anton Vega not picking up the first down, and crowd whistling. They saw what we saw. Unless that was actually the 11th man on the field trying to get off, and Hamburg actually played with only 10 players there on that third down stop. See the Vienna field goal unit rushing out onto the field. It'll be Tasic. And kick is good, but before the play, the whistle, and the Vikings call their second timeout of the half.
Timeout. Team timeout. Vienna. Second timeout of the half. 30 seconds timeout.
Worried that the play clock was winding down. Chris Kaleke with the lead wants to bank the 3 points. Not so worried about keeping timeouts in reserve when you've got the advantage at this stage of the game, but Dennis Tasic, 30 years of age, former Mödling Ranger. In the regular season, just 1 of 3 field goal attempts, 2 of 4 extra points. But 2 of 2 on field goals in the semifinal against Barcelona, and 3 of 3 on extra points. So he has earned the job here for the championship game. He'll be confident having already made this kick once. That snap is high, but the kick is perfect. 27-15. Vienna increasing their advantage, and now Hamburg will feel their margin for error is almost non-existent. They are going to need 2 touchdowns, and they are going to need them in relatively short order. Jeremy Sarfo there on the sideline. He dropped what could have been a touchdown pass from Saliou Cisse. It was a difficult play to make. It's the artificial lights at Klagenfurt's seemingly necessary. This kick does get down to the 10. Here's Jordan on the return. And the ball's out, and Vienna recovers. Vienna's special teams wins the ball right back. Thomas Schnurrer, their star linebacker, I think it was him who got on top of the ball. And is that the backbreaker for the Sea Devils? The ball poked free by Sebastian Ernst, and it is Schnurrer getting on top of the ball. And so many times in this game, Vienna kicking short of the 20-yard line, the target line, and not trying to put the ball in Jordan's hands. And finally he gets a chance, makes the mistake, and can Vienna make them pay? They're going to eat some more clock up. The handoff there, strangely, to Adrian Botello Moreno. So many talented running back options, and it's the tight end who gets the call there. But the clock firmly the Vikings' ally. Second and 8, and off to Florian Wegen. He Gets maybe a yard or two. Jackson Erdman now, by the way, 19 of 24 for 252 yards.
Injury timeout on the field.
Through that one interception, and the first turnover forced by Vienna right here. The hit by Ernst, his biggest play in the ELF, the signing from the Austrian Football League team, the Dacia Vienna Vikings, after week 9. Makes the massive forced fumble. And Vienna following another injury timeout. It's not over yet. It would be a 43-yard field goal attempt from right here. 3rd and 6, swing pass, set up. It was Redwell, but Edwards stays on his feet, can't quite get to the line to gain. Good job by Brown to make the tackle. Edwards so close to keeping his balance, making a big play offensively. Just staggered a little bit and couldn't get to the first down marker, but that may make field goal decision more obvious. Yeah, Tasic coming out. This would be the longest field goal he's ever made in the ELF if he gets it. But he's hooked it, and that is no good. So the kickoff return fumble recovery does not lead to more Vienna points. Clock has ticked down a little bit further, but 41-yard attempt from Tasic, hooked wide to the left. And there is maybe still some life in this game for the Hamburg Sea Devils. Saliu Cisse back on the field for Hamburg. Jordan's put out to the left. Handoff goes to Tunga. Tunga trying to spin out of trouble, but good open field tackle in the end by Edwards. How many snaps both sides of the ball has Xavier Edwards been out on the field for the Vikings today? Third tackle of the game for Edwards. Just 4 yards as the clock continues to tick. Cisse now looking to pass, short, complete, first down and out of bounds, or was it held on to by Jordan? The Vikings signaling incomplete, but I think Jordan had possession and has picked up the first down. Clock winding again. It'll be past the 5-minute mark when it will begin to stop. See Jordan, ooh, that Vikings could challenge that play, you know. Instead it continues. And that's overthrown, looking for Mao by Cisse. To see that play again, it did indeed seem as though Vienna had knocked the ball loose before Lamar Jordan II had fully gained possession. Clock stops with 8:17 left in the fourth quarter. Bunch formation, right side of the field. The reverse handoff doesn't fool anyone really. Clever idea. Get the ball to Constant. But Vienna stayed home defensively. Sets up a third down for Hamburg, which surely they absolutely have to convert. Cisse in the shotgun. 3rd and 8. He's taken down by Leon Bauer. Massive sack. Balak, you see Oscar Kranik also helping penetration. Balak got home in the end. And Cisse, a little bit slow to go through his progression there. But the pass rush was formidable, and on top of him before he could really make the decision. And so Hamburg now does have to punt. Schlamm, an okay kick. It's going to trickle down close to the 20 of Vienna before being touched with 6 3/4 minutes remaining. Vikings must feel that the ELF championship trophy is within touching distance. They lead by 12 and they have the ball back again. See the difficulty that Saliou Cisse has had in the passing game. Not just today, but all season. He's short of the 150-yard mark again in this contest. It's a handoff to Anton Wegen. He finds a little crease. Picks up 6 or 7 very useful yards indeed. Has been the problem for Cisse. He's averaged only 133 yards per game passing. That's why Hamburg is right at the very bottom of the passing statistics in the ELF this year. Makes it tough for the Sea Devils to play from behind. As the handoff here, first down will be picked up, I think, although the slide began a little bit early there from Anton Wegen. I'm not sure he did pick up first down yardage. Wanted to stay in bounds, but that shouldn't have been the primary concern there. The clock would wind again on the signal for play prior to 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Timeout, team timeout, Hamburg. First timeout of the half, 30 seconds timeout.
And, well, maybe this is the all-in bet by Hamburg head coach Yogi Jones. The defensive coordinator Kendra Ellison rallying the troops for a crucial 3rd and 1 coming up. Hamburg's defense must make a stop, but it's been the Vienna defense that has really been the story of this game. The Sea Devils only with 9 first downs in the contest.
Number 75, 61, 51 reported as eligible.
And you hear the likes of Florian Sudi and Alexander Milanovic reporting as eligible receivers for Vienna here. The short yardage formation. Handoff. Close, maybe gets over the line to gain on the second effort by Florian Wegen. Hamburg got the defensive push they wanted, but they could not stop Wegen from picking up the first down. Sea Devils only the 2 timeouts left in the second half. First down, Erdmann taking his time. Let the play clock run all the way down. Now the handoff, straight forward up the middle, but good push. And the ball security from Wegen, Anton that is, clutching the pigskin for dear life. We are inside the final 5. Number 5 comes to the sideline. But Vienna so close to the ELF championship. The cheerleaders can feel it on the sideline. Handoff. Florian Wegen getting halfway to the first down marker. Another timeout, I think, has been called by the Sea Devils here.
Timeout, team timeout, Hamburg. Second timeout of the half, 30 seconds timeout.
It was so close, the championship game last year. Hamburg actually led by 10 points in the fourth quarter before losing by 2. So many of their offensive stars missing from last year. Jadrian Clark was their quarterback in the championship game. He now plays with the Rhine Fire. Xavier Johnson at 22 carries for 115 yards. Now he plays in Mexico, Monterrey. But can the Sea Devils defense make the stop? That would at least give their offense one more bite of the apple. Play action, Erdman, the pass completed for the first down. There is a flag down on the play though. Botello Moreno with the catch, but you see the yellow laundry. Was that a pick play maybe against the Vikings?
Pass interference, offense number 4, 10-yard penalty, third down.
Yeah, Bua went down and cleared out the Sea Devils defense, freeing up the space for Botello Moreno underneath on the perimeter. And so, 3rd and 14, very different proposition to 3rd and 4. May just see a running play here to either burn clock or burn the final Hamburg timeout. Certainly what the formation would suggest for Vienna here. There is the handoff up the middle. Trying to rip the ball free was Laporte. Anton Wegen taken down, and there is the final Hamburg timeout.
Timeout, team timeout, Hamburg. Last timeout of the half. There is no timeout on the field. There is no timeout on the field.
Slightly confusing announcement there by referee Valentinovic. So you once again look out beyond the Wörthersee Stadion, the 28 black arena as it's known in Klagenfurt in southernmost Austria. The punt by Benjamin Straight is low and returnable. Maybe a chance here for Justin Rogers, but he is taken down well by Vitalovic. And so the equation is pretty simple. Hamburg must score a touchdown, recover an onside kick, and score another touchdown. It can be done, but the odds are getting longer by the minute. Saliu Cisse back onto the field of play. (11 of 17 for only 121 yards in this game. Must make something happen with his arm. Pass is quick to Constant over the middle, but he's hit quickly. Pickup of only 3. Schnurr, I think it was, in coverage. Hamburg must run the hurry-up offense. And now
timeout, team timeout, Vienna, last timeout of the half, 30 seconds timeout.
Chris Kaleke spotting something he didn't like in their defensive alignment, so Vienna uses that last timeout. This has really been the Achilles heel of Hamburg all season. They've only lost one game, but it is the lack of a deep threat passing attack, which their defense has bailed them out of in most games this year, Hamburg, but now the entire game resting on the right arm of Saliou Cisse. Jump off underneath, that'll pick up the first down and go out of bounds close to midfield. Tobias Nil, his first catch of the game. He was injured late in the regular season, came back to play against Tirol 2 weeks ago, but did not have any catches there. He had 5 catches in the championship game last year, did Nil, for 53 yards. With a different quarterback throwing. Cisse dropping back. Ballock again with the pressure. Cisse will tuck and run. Will get the first down and get out of bounds. Nice play by Cisse with his wheels. Again, it's not impossible. That's what Hamburg has to be thinking. Cisse stretching that arm out, trying to get the first down, which he did to the Vienna 41-yard line. Empty backfield for Cisse as he steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to be taken down. That won't be a sack, but it does mean the clock will continue to run. There is a flag down, though. That's why the clock has stopped. Also an injured Viking down on the field turf. It's Blake Nelson, the oft-injured Vienna defensive impact player. He's slow to get up and get off the field. To see the ELF commissioner, Patrick Azuma, ready to present the trophy. Just a few minutes time.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 2, Hamburg, 15 yards penalty, down counts, second down.
That's not good from Tobias Nil. Dead ball foul. One way to stop the clock, but second and very long coming up for the Sea Devils now. Back in their own half of the field, Cisse steps up. He was over the line of scrimmage, I think, and threw incomplete anyway past Constance. There's a flag down in the Vienna secondary.
While the quarterback was still in the pocket, illegal contact, defense, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So that bails Hamburg out of these
penalties on number 49.
Second and long. It was Vitalovic committing the penalty for Vienna. Cisse very close to being beyond the line of scrimmage and throwing the pass. Referee's happy that at least some part of his body was still at or behind the line. So first down, 2:22 to go. Out route completed to Jordan for the first down. Just short passes for Cisse. We've seen that he does have a big arm. Just wonder if maybe someone's going to try and sneak down the field for the Sea Devils here. Cisse has moved the chains again. Again, Cisse. That's down the middle, and it's picked off! Appears to have been intercepted by Benjamin Straight. Vienna's punter and also safety may well have sealed the deal for the Vienna Vikings. Cisse did try to go long down the middle into triple coverage, and Straight did keep the ball off the deck. Constant, the intended receiver, but that interception for Straight should secure the ELF championship for the Vienna Vikings. Just short of the 2-minute warning. They can't just kneel on the ball here. Handoff up the middle, second effort beyond the 20 for Florian Vegan, and the clock will tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Prior to 2-minute warning, timeout, team timeout, Hamburg, last timeout of the half, 30 seconds timeout.
So Hamburg, which did have the one timeout remaining, as you can see, the Purple Rain, R-E-I-G-N, may well have started over the European League of Football. The dominant force in Austrian domestic football, taking their talents to the international European stage.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Catch dir smartes Licht für dein Zuhause. LEDvans.
Timeout, TV timeout.
Two-minute warning taken slightly early with 2:03 on the clock. Second down handoff. No room for Florian Vegan there. So that takes the clock down to 1:58. And third down coming up for Vienna.
This is 2-minute warning, TV timeout.
So now the 2-minute warning properly taken. Hamburg out of timeouts. Vienna one first down away from truly icing this game.
Weiter geht's mit LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
Intensiv geht's weiter mit Gio Tortillas.
The Vienna Vikings offense back out onto the field. A first down here, and they can kneel on the ball to clinch the victory. If they fail to get the first down, they would have to kick the ball away in Hamburg. Well, they could pull off multiple miracles. Think of the Top Gun Maverick, miracle number 1 and miracle number 2. If you've seen that Tom Cruise movie. 3rd and 7 here with Jackson Erdmann in the shotgun. Hand off to Anton Wegen. He will be taken down short of the line of scrimmage. The clock will continue to tick. And there will be about 70 seconds remaining. And the last snap has to happen, but we do have a stoppage here. Book down on the field, injured. That won't affect the clock situation. It'll wind again once he's off the field. It's been a very highly skilled game of ELF football today. Not been a high-powered offensive showcase like last season's title tilt was. See the stiff arm by Wegen into Book. That's what caused him to recoil there and go down injured. Jackson Erdmann all smiles on the Vienna sideline. They haven't won the game yet, but he will certainly feel as though his job has been done, as Book looking woozy heading off the field.
Because injury occurred after 2-minute warning, this is excess timeout for Hamburg. The clock starts on a whistle, 40 seconds on the play clock.
So again, Vienna will have to punt the ball away, but there you see the stats of Erdmann. The 1 interception, no touchdowns, but 80% completion rate. Very tidy, 253 yards passing. He made the one big mistake, but apart from that, he has kept the Vienna offense ticking forward, supported by nearly 100 yards rushing. Kimi Lineinma may be the MVP of this game. 7 catches, 125 yards, and a passing touchdown. As the punt down the field, well, they could do with a big return here. No fumble. Ball back to midfield. Returned by Justin Rogers, but less than a minute left in ELF championship game in 2022. Second year of the ELF, of course, 12 teams this year, 18 teams next year. Prague, Paris, Milan, Hungary, Switzerland, and Munich, the 6 locations of the new teams to come. We look forward to year 3 of the ELF. And let's finish up year 2 here with Sally Cisse, 5 wide receivers into the game. Pass over the middle, complete to Mao for the first down, but the clock will continue to wind. Now with the turf in his grill. Cisse again, quick to Mao. It's another short gain. It's not going to get the job done as Mao loses his helmet. He should have to go off the field when you lose the helmet. The clock continues to tick. Hamburg needs to get the ball down the field. With only 16 seconds left. Cisse. That's short in every sense. And mathematically, there just isn't the time left. Needed to throw to the end zone, hope for a Hail Mary, and then maybe another one. Chris Kaleke staying focused right to the final whistle. The Gatorade is ready. They don't want to jinx it, I don't think, but Kaleke should expect a cold shower in a moment. Cisse flings down the field to the end zone, and it's picked off by, guess who? Xavier Edwards. And that is that for the Vienna Vikings. Possibly the crowning moment of the distinguished coaching career of Chris Kaleke. One final kneel down here from Jackson Erdmann. And the Vienna Vikings, ELF champions 2022.
This is the end of the game.
Vienna 27, Hamburg 15. Worthy champions from Vienna here in Klagenfurt this afternoon. Vienna superior to the 12-1 Hamburg Sea Devils in all three phases of the game today, you have to say. Hamburg's offense has struggled at times against good defenses. They certainly did that today. And the Sea Devils defense could not contain Vienna on offense enough. Tidy game from Jackson Erdmann. Massive receiving performance by Kemi Lineinma. Vienna coming up trumps in special teams as well. And although Vienna with 2 losses in the regular season to just the one for the Sea Devils, it is once again Hamburg coming up 1 game short and losing their 2nd consecutive ELF championship game. Game played in a very good spirit with very few penalties on either team, most of them against Vienna actually. You see the bell mostly unrung on the Hamburg sidelines, usually heralding Sea Devils victories, but not today, not in Klagenfurt. Vienna winning in Austria, and shortly the Vikings will lift the ELF championship trophy. In the final moment, Edwards back in the end zone. A little bit of everything for Xavier Edwards. Had a rushing touchdown in the game. Some great kick returns, some good defensive stops, and then that game-ending interception. And even the Gatorade bath was on target. maybe less so on Chris Kaleke. Mentioned his glittering resume. 8 AFL titles he has coached the Vikings to, 5 Euro Bowl victories, a 2-time AFL Coach of the Year. But this year the Vikings translating domestic success to international honors on a much bigger stage than you would say those Euro Bowls were, impressive though they were at the time. And the ELF growing to 18 teams next year, expanding into new countries, new territories, and hopefully continuing to improve the product still further. Year 2, from me at least, much more impressive than year 1 was on the field. And although Hamburg will be incredibly frustrated, and the likes of Kassim Edebali may not be back for another rodeo next year, they need to draw upon this and try and grow towards the 3rd ELF season, despite the triumphant celebrations you see on the field from the Vienna Vikings right now. Truly is the class franchise of the ELF. And not just in terms of the product.
Einen intensiven Genuss mit Run Football präsentiert euch Gio Tortillas.
Run Football wurde präsentiert von LEDvans. Smartes Licht für dein Zuhause.
See the Vienna players and cheerleaders coming off the field. I was talking about what a class franchise Vienna has been. Played all of their regular season home games at the Generali Arena in Vienna, but when they were forced away from that for the playoffs, you saw the semifinals, their win at the Footballzentrum Ravelenstrasse 2 weeks ago. Such an impressive practice facility they have. They were able to move on short notice that playoff game 2. And joy unconstrained at the 28 Black Arena in Klagenfurt today. We will stay with you here until the trophy has been presented. The ELF ending, as is customary, toward the end of September. Of course, we know many of you will be NFL fans and college football fans, in addition to possibly other domestic leagues across Europe. And certainly the title game here today, a nice lead into coverage of the 3rd week of the NFL regular season. Numerous ELF players invited to the NFL International Combine, trying to become part of the International Pathways program to play on the biggest stage in the world of football. We'll see what it means to Jeremy Sarfo, what nightmares he might have about the potential touchdown pass he dropped. Massive bottle of bubbly waiting to be open on the Vienna sidelines. There'll be a fair amount of alcohol consumed by the Vikings this evening as they make their way back to the Austrian capital. Benjamin Raab, the offensive guard, heading off the field.
Let's go!
And pay close attention to all the offensive linemen on the field. We don't really mention them very often, but the starting five of Matthew Daltrey, Alexander Milanovic, Nicholas Johansson, Lucas Holub, Toby Letman. Such an integral part of pass protection as well as run blocking and hole creation for the Vikings offense. And they have been stout all season long. And boy, does it hurt for the losing team in a game like this. Not quite the dramatic ending we had last year. Hamburg conceding the go-ahead touchdown in the final minute before just missing out on a 62-yard field goal attempt at the final buzzer. But there you saw a glimpse of the beautiful ELF trophy, which will be presented to the Vienna franchise in just a moment. And a different coach this year for Hamburg in the championship game. Andreas Nommensen it was last year who led Hamburg to the title game. He left the club and the ELF as a whole for personal reasons during the offseason. There have already been a number of coaching changes in the ELF at the end of this current season. Cologne, Barcelona, Wroclaw all looking for new head coaches. Actually, Barcelona has already replaced Andrew Weidinger, I should say, with Gabriel Black Sanchez. Let's go down to the field for the trophy presentation. See the Vienna Vikings.
Hold on, don't pop the champagne. It's not the time yet. It's not time for popping champagne yet. I need to get on stage.
That's Patrick Azuma, the ELF commissioner. We'll turn over to him.
Trophies to hand over. Excuse me. Hold on. Coming through. Hey, gentlemen. I'm trying to hand you guys some. Hold on, wait a second now. Bierbaumer. Oh, shit, that Bierbaumer. Hold on. Relax, Jesus. Oh, okay. Relax, breathe. Where's Jenny Becks? Jenny Becks somewhere? Jenny Becks. No, Jenny Beck. Come on.
Patrick Azuma, Commissioner. Congratulations, Vienna Vikings! Patrick, we have Chris, second champion of the European League of Football. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. Thank you to all the fans. Thank you to the ELF, our commissioner. Thank you to our owners, our management. Thank you to my coaching staff. And most of all, thank you to all the men on this podium that are going to raise this championship, your ELF Championship 2022.
It's been your first.
No, hold on. Don't pop the champagne yet.
Oh, no.
No. What are we doing? It's not the time yet, because before we crown you guys as champion, we need to crown the guy that has had the biggest impact in this game. The European League of Football Championship MVP is a Vienna Viking. He wears the best jersey number you can wear because it's my old one. It's number 17. Where's Kimmy? Where's Kimmy?
Kimi Lineinma, the championship game most valuable player.
Well done. Kimmy, you had some... you had some very important catches, third downs. I think 12 catches for 125, and the touchdown you threw. How does it feel?
Feels good. I mean, I just got lucky today. We got our offense, our defense. We just got so many guys. Words can't tell how happy I am. It feels amazing.
Okay, well, thank you, Kimmy. A big round of applause for the MVP, Kimmy. And I think now it's time to get the championship head coach and the owner here onto the stage next to me. It's my great pleasure and honor. Some people said it's weird that we are going to Klagenfurt for a championship game. I called you guys the favorite. You backed it up. You're the champion. It's well deserved. So here are the champions for 2022 in Europe, the Vienna Vikings!
The champagne can freely flow on Chris Kaleke and everyone involved in this very impressive Vienna Vikings franchise. We will end the formal part of our broadcast now. It's been a real treat to be with you all season here for ELF year number 2. I'm Darren Kilfera, and for our entire ELF crew, for me, so long, and see you in 2023. Bye, everyone.
Delicioso! Delicioso!
You want it, you got it. Go and get the exclusive European League of Football app now.
We are underway.
Get the latest news from your favourite teams.
What a phenomenal team!
Find all scores and stats.
Look at this. This was a thing of beauty.
And watch all games live.
Oh my goodness!
Get your exclusive European League of Football app now.
macht er spricht einmal vorher nach Abpfiff mit den Coaches und dann macht er vor der Halbzeit, bevor er reingeht. Ja, ich guck gerade, ich gehe gerade drüber, ja. 58 oder 59.